Listen to this chat.
Look, you think I'm pretty?
Of course.
You want some head?
Huh?
You want some head?
You want some head?
Yeah.
I can't say that
Yes,
out
you
loud.
do. You know you do. I say you can find out though.
I can find out.
Hello?
No, but I'm saying I can't say that.
Just don't care. The world has just gone down fucking hill.
Look, no hands, no hands. I don't care.
I don't even really know what to say to something like that. Celebrity worship has always had place and space on this channel to be talked about. I think it's a very interesting topic as to how us as normal people, yes, I am still a normal person, goes above and beyond for people that we don't know. Could be some of the worst people in the world, could be some of the best people in the world, but at the end of the day, you have no
don't
clue
know
who they are. I find this example from Duke Dennis to be so interesting because just a couple months ago, as he was outed for potentially having a bunch of baby mamas,
they forgot about that in 2 seconds.
He's running around the city and stuff like that. Women and people were so adamant on the internet about this was good, this was great, that people were exposing Duke Dennis, that this would deter people
they
from
didn't
being
care no
his
more.
next victim in a baby mama fiasco. But there's something that people didn't factor in. The freaked out freakball woman who is obsessed with celebrities.
I give phenomenal head.
No, I don't doubt that, but I'm saying I can't say that. I can't
But
say
you
that.
can find out though.
Huh?
I say you can find out though.
I can find out.
Like
But I'm
what?
saying I can't say that
Let's
in
go.
public, though.
But you can find out though.
Digital footprint looking like it's got athletes.
Parents
It's so
hate
amazing
you.
How this person is
Parents
so
left her
willing and able to do
fatherless.
this, while knowing that she's going to be on camera, while knowing that this is going to get clips, and while knowing that this has the potential to go viral. But does she give a damn? No. Does she care about any baby mama allegations that Duke Dennis got on his head? No. Because she can't even see clearly enough to not say these things on the internet. It literally takes Duke Dennis having to tell her that what you're doing is not right. You don't have to go about doing things this way. This isn't going to get you where you want to be in life, for her to kind of get some sort of clarity on the situation.
All right, listen. Never again.
Pathetic.
I know, listen.
Look at you. Ugh.
Again.
You already embarrassed. Baby teeth shark.
Hold on, hear me out. I know
Baby teeth hippo.
that.
Baby teeth walrus.
I know, but listen. Listen, hear me out, though.
I'm a human. I'm human. I'm human. You just saying my name when I'm human. I'm still human.
Hear me out, though.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Are you listen, you hearing me, you ain't listening, though.
Okay, I'm listening.
Look, never do that again.
You just touched my titty. I hope you know that.
No, I'm sorry. Never do
Oh my God.
Never again. Alright? Keep that shit on the.
DL.
Yeah, don't nobody need to know what you're working with
Right,
until they
but I
find
didn't
out
say
what
it to
you're
nobody
working
else.
with. I know. Until they find out what you're working
And you said it to the whole world.
with. You feel me? Nice to meet you.
My name is Armani, by the way. Armani, yeah.
Dude, nice to meet you.
Another added layer of embarrassment to that is she did all that without him even knowing her name. She had to introduce herself to him.
'Cause he's never gonna talk
His
to you.
Dick and balls could be at the back of her throat. I don't
Pathetic.
know how she thinks that that's okay. Where are her friends? Where are her parents? Now, there's something interesting.
Fatherless.
Specific dynamic here. I
Trying
can't
to
help
tell
but
you.
Notice the genders in play here. Duke being a man, the young lady Armani. The
Yeah, 'cause
one
roles
who is
reverse will
acknowledging
be
that she can do
totally
two
different.
Hands, no hands, one hand. Which did Duke go? Did he find out? I think a lot of people would have found out. But the woman in question is indeed a woman. Now, there's something to be said about how women can sexualize male celebrities in a way that is totally normal.
how they do Chris Brown.
To the general public. It's crazy because this isn't the first time that Duke Dennis has been sexualized like this, to a slap on the wrist as a punishment.
Josh or Duke?
Duke, I'm sucking Duke's butt.
What the
Now, while the
fuck?
person interviewing her had a mouth that was agape, and I definitely made my comments on it because that was strange at the time. I don't know why people think that that's okay. For the vast
What
majority of
the
people, they think that stuff like that is okay. Sexualizing male celebrities is perfectly normal. Something to do in public, something for, common folk to talk about on the internet. And there are a subsection of people that think these people are degenerate. But celebrity worship and the way that people view men as like
Getting
sex
out ahead
objects,
too much.
that should not have their feelings considered has gone to extremes of extremes. Like, I can only think of two different instances where Meg Thee Stallion had a meet and greet and a man walked up to her and grabbed her buttocks and saw the reaction behind something like that versus the reaction for Chris Brown in this specific photo. And actually in the Meg Thee
Exactly.
Stallion comments, people are coming to Meg's defense and saying that, hey, this is totally weird and disgusting. But in the Chris Brown one, those comments
My legs would have been on his shoulders. Chris Brown, come give me hell you been singing about. Like, are y'all fucking pathetic, bro? This is sad. And she also paid that nigga Chris Brown. Like, this is crazy.
Are for all this. And speaking of the Chris Brown meet and greets, this is a perfect example as to why celebrity worship has gotten totally out of hand. Women are
Blur the
losing their
lines.
minds left, right, and sideways for somebody who, for all intents and purposes, has a bunch of allegations and past history on his jacket. But
Blur the lines. Then all the niggas, yeah, like, oh, you like these niggas. And so that's what they go do. They go get charges. They go beat you. Shit like that. And now the lines is blurred. Now they thinking that's what you like because that's what you fantasizing about. The niggas who beating you and all that shit. It's crazy.
these people, like in the Duke Dennis situation, similarly, not the same allegations, are willing to get these things out of their mind, say whatever the case may be for these situations, just say fuck these situations totally, because they are enamored with somebody that they ultimately do not know because they have some sort of talent. Willing to spend $1,000, $1,111 to be exact, to get a picture with somebody that you do not know, just for him to imitate taking your panties off or pretend as if he's the baby daddy. And
My nigga Chris Brown is getting a bag from you fucking smuts. You fucking pathetic smuts. My nigga Chris Brown is getting a bag off you hoes. This is crazy. Can't believe this. Fake maternity pictures, fake taking panties off of bitches. Sick.
a baby reveal type of situation, those are pictures that you would take with the father of your child. Not some
She
sort
don't
of
know
celebrity.
him.
It's totally insane. For some
Niggas
reason,
taking
people
fake
are
marriage
willing to
pictures. Y'all remember when we
bend
reacted to
logic,
that?
sense, and even common sense, hell, for their favorite celebrity. I've seen videos of the Chris Brown meet and greets and his stage performances with the different women that he has on stage. It looks nasty to me.
Look at this.
Quickly,
What the
separates
fuck?
Chris from like a Bonnie Blue in this situation? And not that I'm putting 100,000% of the blame on Chris Brown here. He does hold some blame because he does play into these sexualized situations and conversations, but that'll never be justification for if something goes bad on one of these tours. But as somebody who is a willing participant in the debauchery, are you not thinking about your own health, safety, and well-being? Like, I'm not even saying inherently he's dirty, but if he did this for 40 shows before your show, are you checking any sort of tests? Like, there's nobody thinking
They don't
properly
care.
here. This person could be mouth burning. And nothing
So
wrong
they
with being mouth burning, but
get
hey,
third,
let me
Gucci
protect
third.
myself at least. I shouldn't just be doing this just because it's my favorite celebrity. So let me get this straight. People throw away their public image and their public appearance for these celebrities. People throw away their health, safety, and well-being for these celebrities. And
Yep.
I would hope that this isn't the case, but I'm willing to be wrong. They're willing to throw away their relationships for their celebrities. Now,
Yep.
we've all had these conversations at the lunch table. What if your girl was at the Chris Brown concert?
I got one question. This your girl. What you doing to her?
Oh my fucking.
You staying or leaving?
A tale
That's
as old as time.
sick.
What happens if you get pulled up onto the stage with a Glorilla, with a Cardi B, with a Meg Thee Stallion, and they twerk the life out of you? Maybe that's the closest way that I can make it for the men in this conversation, because I don't think we're allowing any of those women to choke us. And maybe if that's what you're into, but they wouldn't even do that. But that was always supposed to stay a lunchroom hypothetical. You know,
They done turned it
things
into
to talk
real
about
life.
at a party or whatever the case may be. Something for the hee-hees and the ha-ha. But when it becomes real life and people are putting their real life relationships on the lines for celebrities, that's where the line gets drawn.
This girl took a picture with Chris Brown at Chris Brown's meet and greet, and her boyfriend ends up breaking up with her.
Good.
Let's see the boyfriend's response. He finally responded.
Well, I'm the boyfriend, but of course I broke up with her. But she don't want to mention that she was cheating before we even ran into this problem. The Chris Brown thing was the icing on the cake. And as far as Chris
You was
Brown
taking a
goes,
bitch
these
that was
light-skinned-
cheating.
You know what?
You're light skinned, bro. You're light skinned, bro. You're light skinned.
Shania, do not get on the internet and try to act like, oh, you don't need me. You don't need me.
You don't
needed me
even
when you
do
moved
it,
to my
bro.
house. You needed me when I had to co-sign on the car for you. you needed me then, but then you go meet Chris Brown, and I broke up with your cheating ass. And the main reason that I broke up with you is because you've been cheating. This Chris Brown thing is just some extra bullshit that I've been dealing with since I met you.
At that point, you just don't give a damn about
About
anything that goes
yourself.
on in your life. Not only are you willing to risk your relationship ultimately for it to end, but now you don't even got a home. You homeless, and you about to be carless. You don't even have a
Carless,
car no more.
homeless.
You put a good man out to the curb for one night of pleasure, and not even pleasure, because I don't think Chris Brown smashed you. It was just a simple picture. It wasn't like this other guy who had his girl being humped on stage by Chris Brown.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, leave them bitches there. Oh my god.
But you just did that for a picture with Chris Brown, an embarrassing one at that. Why can't they just take regular pictures and potentially hold hands, throw up a peace sign, Black Power fist, even just a simple hug? Why do they have to go over the top because of this?
No, that
celebrity
nigga
they're
need to
so
cry
obsessed
and
with?
break up with
And
that
when we talk
bitch.
about going over
What is
the
wrong
top,
with
it's
him?
one thing to have a one-night experience going to see a celebrity and getting a little carried away in the audience, shouting the name, throwing the underwear, etc., etc. I probably wouldn't pick that underwear up because I don't know where it's being used from, but nonetheless, that's one thing. But dedicating your whole 180-day classroom to this specific artist seems to be a little over the top. I know a lot of
What?
y'all saw the Chris Brown classroom from last
No.
week, and it honestly
We
rubbed me
did
the
it.
wrong way. I could only think of it from the perspective of if I was a parent and I walked into this classroom, whether it be math, science, social studies, history, whatever the case may be, and this teacher had the lights dimmed, purple string lights going, all these Chris Brown albums on the wall, calling it the Lit Lounge, and playing Chris
What
Brown's
the
Take
fuck?
You Down while my kids were trying to learn at 8 in the morning. She said the classroom was overstuffed as well. So do y'all know what that looks like? Do y'all know what it is like to be at a classroom with 40 people listening to Take You Down by Chris
That's
Brown? Mind you, there was a
wild.
dance that went with this song that is totally inappropriate for kids. So
Man.
just put yourself in the frame of mind of walking into the classroom and hearing it. I wanna take you.
And you got to doing this shit, Brody. I don't want to see that.
Thing to see. Whether you be a teacher or whether you be a student, I would be concerned like hell. Hell, it's no wonder that America is lagging behind when it comes to education. Students are more worried about Chris Brown because the
This is
teachers are
sick.
more worried about Chris Brown and the damn education
This
system
is
as
sick.
opposed to the actual
No,
education.
this is sick.
I just seen a TikTok from.
I can't believe the world has
Got a
came to
Chris
this.
Brown theme, classroom, English classroom, not even a music classroom, just theming her classroom Chris Brown, which is a
Like,
known
like,
abuser.
what did Chris Brown
He's a
do?
known abuser, whether you believe it or not. He's a known abuser.
What did he
And
do
then
to
had
make
Tory
bitches go all out
rich
like
kids,
this? What did he do to make bitches act like this? I gotta understand. Is it a method that I don't know about? Is this something that I don't know about? I must not know about something. I gotta not know about something. Talking about those, the fun
Your
teachers.
mama, fiance call in to wish the kids the best, and then you calling it the Lit Lounge? What does Speedy be saying? Have we strayed? What are we doing?
Not the many poets, not the many essays.
I gotta
not the
sing.
many writers that we have
Okay.
in American history who could and should.
I can't
potentially be
sing.
looked up to. No, you have a
I can't
celebrity
sing.
on the wall. You have celebrities calling.
I gotta learn how to sing.
You have.
I gotta do some
There's some
practice.
studies out there that show that being
I'm finna start
addicted
singing.
to celebrities, creating these stan accounts, being parasocial with them, just being overall obsessed and worshiping these celebrities based on signs of low intelligence and based off.
He
of
talking about
what's
those,
going
the
on
fun
in politics
teachers.
today, mainstream media today, hell, non-mainstream media today, the internet culture as a whole today. We can see that there are a lot of low intelligence people who have an unnecessary allegiance to a bunch of different celebrities. And you would
It's
think that it would
sad.
change because what seems to be on a weekly or at least monthly basis in 2025 is that some celebrity that somebody loved is being outed for being some sort of bad person, but that's not really changing anything. These people don't give a damn about that. I wonder what
I
it
think
would
my
take
shit
for
just
these
got
people
done.
to actually, champion people in their fields, people that are actually beneficial to their lives and don't just
That's y'all world.